Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for staying here. As one of the co-organizers, Hindu Forum of Britain, I represent medical committee. I'm a chair for medical committee, and thank you, Bhavna ji, for hosting this and giving us an opportunity to what we want to do as a joint mission. My background, as I mentioned, I'm a consultant, and there have been lots of doctors here. They have spoken. I'm a frontline consultant. I'm a kidney specialist, but I'm a physician as well. So I go to any, see the post-acute patients as well. And it always makes me think that what more we can do in this situation. So being a clinician for 40 years, I felt that because of my background, now as Bhavna ji mentioned, I've set up a British Sanatan Doctors Forum just for the same purpose, that what we inherited in India from our background, from scriptures and everything, we could be the bridging gap, a bridge for health and well-being. So if we put Ayurveda Yoga, that joins us as clinicians to make people feel better and heal better. Now, as a clinician, what we do, we cure. But there are other aspects as well, preventing, actually preventing the happening of this illness. And that is where the current medicine, which I belong to, has some problems. Now, those who, if there is any academician or anything, I do research, I've done research, I've done a laboratory research as well, and I know where the problem is. To prove something which can prevent, we need very long-term studies, right? 20 years, 30 years may not be enough. We also need special type of trials that we call randomized control trial, which may not be possible to do. So what we can do on the basis of this Ayurveda principle, we can take that as a platform and then work on it in future to establish and to do some more research. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Now, just moving on to Ayurveda, now Swamiji is our Acharya, and I'm also a trustee, founding trustee of Vidya UK. And she is coming from Shankaracharya lineage to do the traditional Vedanta teaching. And she's a Sanskrit scholar. She does about 2 or 3 lectures on Sanskrit every day for last 15 to 20 years. So being somehow got involved a few years ago with background from India and being in the NHS, I thought there is something more we can do. Now, there are 3 basic principles of Ayurveda. One is the physical body. Lots of people have said it, and it is a repetition, and repetition is always good. So, physical body, the mind, and the consciousness, or the karma. So, physical body, which we treat as clinicians. But the mind comes when we talk about now in the NHS also. We are taught in British Medical Association, which I am member for, there is an app for meditation. So there the mind comes. And the consciousness. So the joining of physical body and mind, that is where the Ayurveda and the Yoga comes. So for this purpose, we do need to uplift the knowledge, also awareness, and also we need the support from our government so that we can move better. Healing and health for healthy. That is the basic principle for Ayurveda. Because curing is one thing, and I know my limitations. I think you mentioned how your husband got cured. And I have written a poem because my patients, the kidney patients, I could see that kidney functions dropping. And many times when I talk to them, because I do the end of life clinic as well, and the tears flow through my eyes as well, that I know I'm not going to be able to speak to them next time when I book an appointment. And that is where I realized there is a limit, what I can do. So the prevention and also the spirituality, the prayers help in healing as well, which we all know. And that is different people give different words as meditation, etc. The other point I would like to mention as a clinician, my hospital does phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 studies as well in research. And in our hospital, there has been research done on Ayurveda, right? For arthritis, and the drug is now published. Unfortunately, we don't know the actual what material or substance was used for that particular research. When I looked at it during the COVID time, I looked at it. I also joined the Ayush Ministry for some discussions as well. And what actually happens in Ayurveda, we use the herbs and the substances. What we do in allopathy, we pull out the molecules, and the molecules become the medicine. So it's one and the same, the spectrum is same, but what you use. For my patients who have a dialysis line block, we use urokinase. That comes from urine, right? And we say in Ayurveda that cow's urine has got healing properties, and there is lots of medicinal use. To understand Ayurveda properly, we need Sanskrit, and I am happy that we have learned and heard that there is going to be a campaign to keep the Sanskrit exams. It is very important to keep that. To get essence out of Ayurveda in day-to-day practice, which I am involved with, it's very important that we work together and make a campaign so that it is useful. Doing the laboratory projects on genetics, which was my MD research, and then the phase 2 studies I have been involved, phase 3 studies I have been involved, but we still need to know this is all curative. We do want to go to preventative aspect. And I think, to my understanding and what I've learned, it moves a little further. In Ayurveda, we still do not talk about prevention. We talk about just becoming it as a reflex. So what we do every day, our daily life, daily routine, spirituality, what we eat, how we eat, when we eat, that is all Ayurveda. Right? So the herbs are the substances we eat as healthy well-being. In Indian traditional eating, the food or dietary items, they are all Ayurvedic substances. We don't have to go anywhere. What we need to do is put these things together and do some research. I know the current practice is evidence-based medicine, which we are committed to. But on the base of the platform which Ayurveda has given us, we do need to nurture it further and lift it up. I'll stop here. Thank you very much.